exit controller to work with the road and the skinny loot, and then I'm just going to worry about new tiles and bosses and stuff like that. So the tank is coming directly after that.
That reminds me. I still need to like draw some enemy contests that we talked about before.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say I was gonna? Oh, boss music. Right. I wanted to do that. Well, it's none of
Really
them
like the
anymore.
car one.
Aw. Alright, close
Like,
this.
what was I saying at Starbucks the other day?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you said you wanted to do some
I
boss
literally
music.
have
Aw. Aw.
Didn't know what boss music to do. I don't know what bosses.
Well, I mean, you saw the fish in the tank, so I guess you could just like do remixes of existing themes. You wouldn't have to do something new. And you seem to be like a pitch perfect cheater, so you seem to really like have really fast turnarounds on remixes.
It's a weird by ear thing.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna show one of Mila's newest things that she's gonna have in the next stable build. Like, she's gonna have a new weird alternate cube type that nobody's really sure if it's.
Evil Jello.
Yeah, it's gonna be the bomb cube. So basically, you've now got this new HUD element at the top. You see where the Z key is. Let me get the Xbox controller. I prefer the Z controller where I can help it. So, yeah. So, you see that new HUD element.
Evil Jello.
All you have to do is push RB while spawning a cube, and you can change between your cube type. So, now we have the bomb cube out. Basically, it slides around. You can bounce against it. You can even jump off of it. Let's see. If I can... Oh. Yeah, it blew up on me. Like, so I'm gonna try to bounce off of it real quick if I can land on it. But, yeah, like you can do all kinds of stuff with it. You can... And each time it bumps into a surface, it shrinks until it pops out of existence. It's pretty unique. And, like, its big gimmick is going to be, like, instead of instantly blowing up when it touches stuff, it's going to interact with surfaces instead. So, like, say, you've got the metal pup out, it will bounce him backwards if he touches the cube. And you'll bounce backwards, too. It can also absorb kinetic energy, so, like, it's like, where... Okay, this isn't a good stage to show it off, so let me get one with more slopes in it. The good old city, the Crusty, the very first Crusty stage that I made in Shangri Architect. So,
Oh, crust.
yeah. So, the cube slides around, it has acceleration.
City.
You can bounce against it. It can do that until it shrinks into oblivion. You can also fill it with more kinetic energy by shooting it with cubes. It gets bigger.
I love the funny collision it has at the moment.
Yeah, I'm still smoothing out its rotation. If you make it too big, it explodes, and that's going to be like the thing that separates it from the other cube. Is like, say you put it in front of a DNA cannon, and it starts absorbing all the energy from the blast until it explodes and kills the DNA cannon instantly with the explosion. And it hurts Mila too, but
I don't know what happened from that.
Yeah, like... Oh lord. So, yeah, and I'm gonna make a note in the manual about the bomb cube, and I'm gonna give a fanon reason for why it's not in Freedom Planet 2. I'm gonna outright state that yeah, that's literally it. Like by the events of FP2, the bomb cubes were deemed too dangerous.
So many reports from Mira that she just stopped.
Yeah, you can bounce off the cubes too, like springs, if I could
Would
get
be
them to stay
illegal.
still.
It was against the Geneva Convention.
Genera Convention.
Yes, the Geneva Convention.
Oh, there we go. It's big enough that I can bounce off of it now. Yeah, you can bounce off of it like Jello.
Primarily, and I do not endorse this message.
She would totally say that.
Can you set it down?
No, that's one thing I haven't done yet. Like, if you can get it to slow down, you can use it like an impromptu spring. That's one of the
Yeah.
ideas. But each
Right.
time you bounce off of it, you
But it's-
shrink it. So, like, you could make it pop out of existence if you try to abuse it.
You could keep throwing cubes at it from the air though, and then bounce on it again. I bet someone would figure that out.
Oh, somebody would, yeah. And it has to be pretty big. Like, it goes up to 3 times its original size before it finally pops, basically. Oh, I'm still working on the explosions for it, so, like, it's gonna be very big and gnarly when it goes off. Oh, wow, it even works with the items already. I didn't specifically program it to react to items exploding on it. Perfect. Yep, and its collisions aren't perfect yet either. I don't have wall sensors for it. And I need to give it wall sensors that rotate based on angle too, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you just... Oh my god. Like, so yeah, this is going to be one of the new things to look forward to in the later builds. Because basically I want Mila to be different from her Freedom Planet 1 appearance and FP2 appearance. Something to make her unique gameplay-wise. And also show that, you know, she's experimenting and growing as a character between the events of FP1 and 2, and she's gaining and dropping abilities as she learns how viable they are. And this ability she wouldn't keep because it's too dangerous. Like, this kind of cube can help you just as much as hurt you. It really can. Like me, you can bounce off of it. That's really cool. It can also blow up on you if a DNA cannon fills it up to its maximum capacity and explodes it, and you're still bouncing off of it. It's gonna hurt you, too. Not as bad as the enemy, though. Like, I did try to make it fair for the player, because, ultimately this is a player versus enemy game, so you kind of have to be biased towards the player by nature of that. And, so I think it does about 4 to 6 points of damage for Milo, whereas for enemies it does like a whole 32 points of damage, which is guaranteed to kill everything but Bullfrag in one hit. Bullfrag just has like 40 HP for some reason. He's a tank.
Bullfrag, my beloved.
Yep. So
She's working. He's a frog. That's all I know.
yeah. He's a good boy. He's like the only one who won't instantly die to it. But he's still going to be close to dead when he does. And I've been thinking about making them still explode on enemies too, if they do touch them in the air at least. But like, it would depend on their size when they explode. Because like, they do fall too. Like, because they're persistent, you know, they go around. They do things. They will slide, they will hide, they'll do things you can't abide, just like the Animaniacs.
I didn't grow up with that. I don't know.
I didn't grow up with that song either. I found it on YouTube one day. It is a pretty dumb song about how, like, oh! Yeah, this level's old and crusty, so I killed Mila. Like,
Just like me.
No, like basically, like this level hasn't been updated since I made all of the slope pieces have their own logic controllers for their collision masks. So Mila was trying to stand on top of it instead of go under it, which killed her.
Maybe don't do that.
Just zoom too fast.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what's coming down the pipeline. I'm still polishing it up because there's a lot of stuff that's still wrong with it, and I need to make its explosions and stuff more impactful, make its uses more obvious, and I need to get some sound effects to make it do the squishy the squishy thing when you jump off of it, you know, and things like that. So I want to make it fun.
Maybe Mila could use those more effectively when she's older.
Probably.
When I don't think we should be giving toddlers bombs.
Oh god, no. Like, this is too powerful for her. Oh yeah, let's try running one of Chrome's newest stages that involves our. Okay, no, this isn't it. Okay. Oh yeah, there. I think this is it. Yeah. So, like, one of our community members has been making stages with the new tile set already. So I think I'll show it off a bit if it does show off the new tile set. Oh wait, never mind. This is a really old level. I forgot. Yeah, this was before the tile sets. Still a good stage, but it's not using the new tile set. I haven't downloaded his newest stage yet. It's fun now. Yeah, I feel like that's like the most significant thing I can show, but oh yeah, that's right. I don't think a lot of people have really seen Lilac's new Shang Architect exclusive skin yet. So let's get that started up. Yeah, it's her Karen look, I guess. Like Plessy keeps calling it the Karen Lilac, so I had the audacity to give her hair, you know.
Okay.
That is
Be
my.
sure to speak to Brevins manager.
Yep. So yeah, this is what y'all are going to look forward to in the next stable build of Shang Architect as well. Like, if you've been playing the rolling release build, this is nothing new, but for the stable builds of the game, this is going to be huge. Like, Lilac's entire appearance is different now. Same animations, but now she's got her hedge-like outfit with all of the original details, like even the choker around her neck. I preserved it in some frames. It was hard to get it to show in most of them, but everything's on there.
She's really fast going.
Yeah, her sprites don't really have much of a neck, but yeah,
I Lilac has a neck, guys.
Yeah, isn't that great? Like, I even got the kneecap window on her boots. I don't know why her boots and her hedge-like outfit had that, but it does. So, everything's there.
You gotta see the knees. I have a mighty need.
Mighty need. Yep, the HUD's also different too, because, like, I decided that FP1's, like, old beta HUD could still make a really good HUD flare, so, like, it's been converted into a decoration instead of, like, representing the petals proper. And the petals were added, like, below the stamina bar. So I've, like, combined the two things to make a new, fresh-looking HUD. Something old, something new. A marriage between the two.
FP
I'll say this.
community is definitely an interesting community. I don't see very many indie game communities that get ideas on something.
Aw.
It's an interesting case study.
Yeah, it is.
I'll nitpick, but personally, I don't like how the light constantly flashes when you're flying you.
Oh. That was something I thought people would like. Because it's like
I like it.
HUD signaling is very
This is a nitpick of mine, but I wish it just like I wish the light was I wish it would just light up constantly. Usually yeah, for me. But that's just me.
oh. So you wish it would just like
It's, I don't know, it's just stuff I notice when I play fighting games and stuff. Mostly preferences.
yeah, definitely. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do need to
They're
like
so cute.
Oh,
Look at them.
yeah, the
Cute
baby. So adorable. That's another thing I need to do on my to-do list is like update the character portraits with more shading like Lilac has. As you'll notice, like I added a bunch of shading to Lilac's new character select portrait, but Carol and Mila still have like no shading on them because they're like the original files. So I need to update them so they look just as nice.
And this poor Carol got more passes on her normal spray.
God, yes.
It's like nothing.
Aw. Carol's baby. Love the baby. Let's see. I think I'll just play a Carol exclusive stage real quick, just for the heck of it, while I talk. And I do need to show, like, the stuff that's coming down, though, because, like, there's lots of stuff I haven't built a stage for yet that, that you're only going to see in the editor mode. So let me just go there real quick. Lots of stuff is changing. Oh yeah, and if you're playing as Lilac in the editor mode, you also get her original cursor that still had her cuffs from her Hedgelac design. But you can still switch between the original Lilac and Shangmei Lilac just by pressing 1 on the numeric keys. There'll be other ways of invoking it too. So like if like there are some Lilac fans who will like ravage me on Twitter if I don't. So like I just had to include the original outfit somehow.
They're still gonna ravage you on Twitter. Don't kid yourself.
Oh yeah, they'll find
Lilac
something
fans are as rabid as she is.
else.
I say this as a Lilac fan.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's right. Let me change the background. Something a little bit more scenic for this tile set.
New tile sets, new tile sets. I
Yeah.
need to use them.
Something.
I'm gonna head out now.
Okay. Good night.
Okay.
Have a day.
Bye-bye.
Love
You
you.
too.
Aw, love you too. Aw. Let's see, so we're gonna have new road pieces that will be selectable.
God, I love the tile sets. I love the tile sets so much.
The
Yeah.
process may York. In like a good way.
I download the World Limbo right now.
Yeah, like,
Screw it.
yeah, definitely do that, because, like, I am going to adjust their appearance as I feel like I need to, but their dimensions are going to stay the same, so it won't break your stages when they update.
I also want to update all my old maps and stuff.
Yeah, the game does have...
Frankly, I don't
Aw.
like most of them.
Aw. Now, the game is backwards compatible with them, at least. Like, if it detects that there isn't a version header in the map file, it will decide to convert the map to the new format for you. And then you can just load your stage normally. So, like, don't have a whole lot yet in the tile set because I've just been working out the slope parts, but there's a lot to work with here. We've got 3 entirely new slopes to work with. Then, like, more ramps. A lot more ramp types than I had for the other tile set, really. Then, got a bunch of these and road tiles to work with. Like, I want a bunch of new scenery tiles and stuff, basically. Moving platform tiles. And there will be billboards as well, so, like, you can deface them however you will. Yeah. Slanted in perspective or not. I made some window tiles to help you make some skyscrapers. Like, I'm gonna have some skyscraper tiles, but stuff like this will help too.
Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot.
Aw. And of course, the billboards give you plenty of opportunities to be a vandal, so everybody's gonna love that.
I
I'm
should
gonna
swing
draw
by. I should
smiley.
swing and try to make a level. Just
Oh.
do a bit later on.
I have 0 good ideas for vandalism.
Are you sure? You're like the vandal.
Wait, who's the fanboy?
I said vandal.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Gonna have construction set tiles too, because yeah, cities are always being worked on and maintained. So why wouldn't you want that, really?
It's annoying when it can do sometimes when you're trying to go somewhere.
Yep. Oh,
Bring
it,
it back.
yeah.
How dare they make sure the apartment complex doesn't fall on each other?
Oops. So there's that, and then let's see, what else could I show off? Oh yeah, there's some road tiles here. You can implement that. Like, some people have already been getting really creative with the road tiles. I'm just not one of them, unfortunately. We've got this piece over here. Okay, I'm gonna make that more prominent. There we go. And there's, like, I know the variety is probably underwhelming at the moment, but it's definitely going to improve once I've got the loop exit controllers behaving with the new loop tiles, and it's going to be fun. Oh, whoops. Oh, I placed it as a scenery tile, so the, I feel so dumb. Very easy to mess yourself up sometimes. Okay, interesting.
I think the one design shot I never stepped foot in is level builder.
Oh.
I don't even have ideas for my own levels.
Aw. Well, I think it's like a particularly tough task simply because, well, like, you have to make a really nicely polished tool, whereas, you know, when you've just got your own game that you're making, you just make the tools as good as you need them to be. But if you're making it for someone else, then, God, you've got so much polish to do, and it's a lot of work. That's why I spent so much time working on the editor, is just making it nice enough for other people to use instead of just me BSing it however I can.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, hello. Okay, what else?
Currently making the level as we speak.
Yeah.
Developing any level is like it's accompanied by the soundtrack that plays when you encounter sands and everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's gonna be.
Oh, you mean the ba 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 ba.
No, not that one. It's like the slower one.
Oh, the
Like,
slower. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then I delete the entire thing by accident or something.
Yeah, one new thing to note about the rolling release builds that we have right now, you can place basic loops in some new ways now. You can make the loop from scratch and put a logic controller over it, or you could just do it the quicker way and use the brick spawner or the road loop spawner, and it just does that for you. And you've still got the regular loop too. I figured that'd make things easy for people. I can't wait to make an upside down triangle loop. That's going to be a lot of fun. It'll absolutely exploit how stupid my collision system is. Oh yeah, that's right. We have boosters that are coming in the next update as well. Like, they're not super fancy yet, but boost pads are fun. Like, I kind of want to give people an option to rotate them so that you can place them basically anywhere. They'll be one of the few objects that can be rotated for any way you fancy. Then, let's see. Oh yeah, and I don't think anybody's really seen the variable resistance springs yet. Basically, they only have as much power. They only provide you as much speed as you give them. So if you bounce into them really fast, they bounce you up fast. You bounce slow if you start off slow. So if you hang on for long enough, you can keep going. It's just like those trampolines in the Sonic games. There's no angled ones because those are just too frustrating to deal with. So, I hate. So, and they do work horizontally too. So you can make spring traps that are a little bit more insane now. Like so. I will demonstrate. Oh, I didn't put that down far enough. Here we go.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, definitely. Oh! Oh! I hope I didn't give somebody a seizure watching that. let's stop that. So yeah, very.
I like that.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, it gets worse than
People
that.
think, but I mean,
Yeah, and one little thing I've been using these for is like giving people enough momentum for a big jump upwards like that. So you could like place a bunch of these down in like a spring tunnel and then give the player enough momentum to like go really high. It's pretty fun. There we go. I shaped them like mushrooms because of course I did. So, like, and there's lots of stuff going on in the background of the game too. Oh, yeah, we do have some new enemies too that I can show off. Got 2 new ones. They're imports from FP1. They're like the last imported enemies. Anything else we add is going to be entirely new. Like, a lot of people liked this little fella, so of course we brought him into the game. He was fun to program. Took a lot of trigonomic functions to get his bullets to play nicely, but he works.
what kind of trigonometric functions needed for that? Yeah.
All like sine and cosine stuff to get him to like each of the bullets, they're not objects, they're like sprites that are being drawn from the object itself, and it's controlling the variables involved with their drawing and their positions and angles and stuff. And then there's like hitbox scanners that follow the drawn sprite and then they hit the player, and each have their own independent explosion too. So I did that mainly so that like people could spawn 20 of these and not slow the game down too much, because too many objects at a time, like even a bunch of empty objects, creates a problem where like a ton of stuff wants to like you can't have an object that, like, even a completely empty object in Game Maker is still going to have an idle loop. So that's going to be like hundreds of objects making a request to do nothing, basically. So if you have like too many simple objects in all at once, like it'll slow the game down too much on laptops in particular, like especially older ones. I've noticed that. Yeah, it's like, so it's been good watching the game still running nicely on my 7-year-old laptop, despite the fact that I've been updating it and making the game more complex. We also have probably a not so favorite character, the Rocket Puncher. He fully works. He punches you away. He parries your attacks if he's got a shield up. You can stand on his shield. And the tile that's being used for his collisions do change with the position of his shield, so you can fall off of him if you're standing on him too close to the edge.
No, it's not Sniper Joe ripoff. It's cool.
Oh, what was?
Sniper Joe ripoff.
I'm not familiar.
It's an enemy from Mega Man. It does kind of the same thing. It lets that shield away and throws a shot at you.
Oh. That's new to me.
I think that was probably the inspiration.
It could have been.
It has to be. Like, oh, I can't think of any other enemies that do this sort of thing. At least when it comes to like early examples.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't shown anybody the RNA cannon wobbling. Like, he just scoots around on his little... Uh-oh. Baby is already having a fit. Oh, no. Why do you do this, baby? Why do you do this?
Baby.
Oh dear.
Man.
Yeah, let me just like spawn some flat terrain that it can understand. Because it's a baby. So. And show it scooting about.
It's like, what do mother unfamiliar situation?
Yep. Confused cat noises. So yeah, like, its speed also changes with its angular rotation too. So like, it looks like it's scooting across the ground now instead of smoothly gliding around. I still need to work on its projectiles so that they rotate with him though. That's gonna be fun. Because it would be so funny to watch him like, almost go up a ramp and shoot straight towards you while you're above him. And then he falls back down because, oh, he can't go up a loop. But he still killed you. Because he's a rascal like that. And, oh yeah, that's right. One of the biggest changes says, like, well, mostly there's been lots of internal improvements to the engine as well. So like, that don't directly benefit the user so much as it does me, because like enemies have common scripts that they all rely on now. So like each of them all share the same gravity code and things like that now. So I won't go insane making more enemies, for instance. Like, they all share the same script that is triggered. Scripts that are in line with their code blocks instead of like reference. That way, it's just as fast as native GML code, and also like I can just update the gravity code for one script, and all of the enemies will instantly benefit from that. Very nice. I should have done that from the start, really. I just got too hesitant to do anything with scripts for a while. I think they're like this. And I've lost track of a lot of things that I have improved in the game. So like, when I do publish the next stable build, y'all are going to see a change log. It's like a mile long, and you're not going to know what hit you. It's going to be fun. Okay, I think with that, I should probably end the anniversary stream. It's getting pretty late now. But it's been fun. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for watching, and I'm glad y'all came.
Boy.